shorts and yellow socks, for those of you with colour television, playing from left to right in our picture, who get the second half underway. Still level scores, 1 each. Toski pushing it back to Pagelsdorf. And a good interception from Augenthaler. The official attendance, by the way, 31,000. And I can well imagine that the beautiful summer weather we've been having over the last few days has made 1 or 2 people decide to go for a swim perhaps this afternoon rather than visit the Olympic Stadium. This is Rummenigge, Flügler. Bremer doing well to retain that ball, snap by. Ernest, he looked like he was held there to me, but and Ernest himself pleading with the referee, but Mr. Gabor allowing play to continue. Talking about the attendance today, the West German Football Association were hoping that West Germany's successful visit to the World Cup in Mexico just a few weeks ago would have a positive effect on crowd attendances this season. I'm sure that most of you watching today's match will have seen West Germany lose the World Cup final to Argentina. And quite a few of the West German players in that team came from Bayern Munich. Great run by Zimmers. And good play by Matthaus. And Matthaus, of course, was the man who was given the task of marking Diego Maradona in that World Cup final, a task that he accomplished quite well indeed. Because that has got to be the hardest job in soccer, without any doubt at the moment, trying to stop Diego Maradona. This is Matti, beaten by Lusch. Neither side, by the way, has made a substitution. This is Flügler. That's a good curling cross, and De Beer doing very well indeed to push that away for a corner. Young Wolfgang De Beer only in the side because the #1 goalkeeper broke a finger in training. This is De Beer's second game in the Bundesliga. His first one, believe it or not, came 4 years ago with Duisburg. Matthaus pushing that one very neatly to Nachbei. So Matthaus, what a tussle in there, Matthaus, and he scored! 2-1 for Bayern Munich. The reward for persistency. What a fine game Lothar Matthaus is having. Battling away in that penalty area, and the ball coming to his left foot. And no chance at all for Wolfgang De Beer. Well, Bayern Munich started the first half with an early goal after just 30 seconds, and they've done almost the same in the second half. Wohlfahrt scoring after half a minute of the first period. Matthaus doing the same thing after just 4 minutes of the second half. Andy Bremer cost 2 million marks from Kaiserslautern. Hansi Flügler. Bremer's got a tremendous shot. Oh! And that was another magnificent save from Wolfgang de Beer. Bremer really let fly with that one, and de Beer stretching to fingertip it over the bar. So 2 brilliant saves in a minute from the young keeper, Hoeneß. And once more, increasing pressure from Bayern Munich. Flügler. Bremer changing the direction of attack. Nachbar, as so often this match, overlapping down the right. This time, beaten by Helmer. Stupa. Almost losing the ball to Wolfart. Skutowski. Skutowski. And this time it was Zorc who was too slow. Hoeneß. But Hoeneß, I'm afraid, not showing enough pace there, and Dortmund allowed to fall back into defence. That looks like a promising move for Bayern. Now the crowd oohing and eyeing, but that shot from Norbert Eder a bit wider out than it looked from our camera angle. Enough by using his shoulder in that mid-air challenge. We were banging their back there for Michael Zorc, but he seems to be okay. It's a lovely ball to Matthaus, and de Beer coming up his line very quickly indeed. Good goalkeeping. What a beautiful pass through to Matthaus. But it's Matthaus himself with the corner. Up goes Eder. The sun for a moment just disappeared behind a bank of cloud, but still very warm here in the Olympic Stadium. Good tackle by Nachbar. Mill though. I can imagine that Frank Mill's still feeling a bit of psychological trauma about missing that chance towards the end of the first half. An expensive buy, cost 1.3 million marks. From Borussia Mönchengladbach. Dortmund, indeed, very active in the transfer market. He also bought Thomas Helmer from Bielefeld for 400,000 marks. Norbert Dickel from Cologne for 450,000. But Dickel on the bench for today's match. Mugler. But it wasn't all spending on the part of Dortmund, because they collected 1.7 million marks for Eike Immel, the goalkeeper they sold to Stuttgart. They also picked up another 1 million mark check by selling their striker Jürgen Wegmann to Schalke. It's Rummenigge. Oh, it's a good shot by Bremer, but straight at De Beer. Fine, combining well, Volpaert. Good chip, Rummenigge. Well, it looked a bit like dangerous play, but another impressive attack by Bayern Munich. They certainly got the upper hand at the moment. But of course, in this game it's so important to turn pressure into goals. And Bayern have certainly had enough pressure on Dortmund in this half. Just 20 minutes played. That is a beautiful long ball to Frank Mill. Mill's got Nakbai with him, and Ada clips it inside. Zorc, and it's the equaliser! Oh, beautiful attack! As sweet a goal as you're likely to see. To all, and the goal scorer, number 8, Michel Zorc. He timed his run superbly. The pass from Mill, put right on a plate for him. And Bayern Munich facing a replica of the first half. Onside, Pfaff's off his line. Can Zorc score his third? Well, that was a great chance. Really, the man it fell to, it's a bit difficult in the shadow to recognise the players. It's Daniel Zimmers. And Zimmers sending Pfaff the wrong way. And Pfaff's leg just barring the ball as Zimmers tried to pull it inside onto his left foot. But I was saying that the second half, so much a replica almost of the first. Because Bayern got an early goal in the first half and looked so supreme, so very much in charge, and then that tragic mistake by Klaus Augenthaler enabled Dortmund to equalise. 3 minutes into the second half, Matthaus put them back in the lead. And once again, it was virtually one-way traffic until that glorious long ball to Frank Mill. Chance for Mill again. Mill once more. And Augenthaler dancing around there. Confusion in the Bayern defence. Well, Bayern Munich looks so impressive when they're going forward, but my goodness, it seems that their defence is built on sand when they're under pressure themselves. Now Dudoletek, obviously about to make a substitution. The player warming up on the touchline, young Ludwig Kögel. There is number 15, Ludwig Kögel, 20 years of age. A bit of obstruction there on Zimmers, the referee Deciding to award the free kick the other way, saying that Simmers himself was pushing. And the man coming off, you can see the number 10 board in Udo Lattek's right hand. Number 10, Michel Rummenigge, makes way for number 15, Ludwig Kögel. Ludwig Kögel, very much the darling of the fans. He had a superb debut season 2 years ago, but didn't quite hit it off last year. There's Mikkel Kögel. So most of the Dortmund team playing today will have fond memories of their last visit here, just less than 6 months ago. Once again, a long shot from Andy Bremer straight at De Beer. Just because 6 months ago, well, in fact, it was in April that Bayern Munich lost at home to Borussia Dortmund by 1-0. And many people thought at the time that it had cost Bayern the league championship. But of course, as we all know, they did in fact recover to pinch it from Bremen at the last gasp. Kögel, good footwork by him. Chance. And this time it's confusion in the Dortmund defence. But a chance here for a counter-attack. Ball by Augenthaler. Mr. Gabo had an outstanding game as referee. And you can see the flag raised by the linesman. So it's Bayern Munich playing the offside trap, but very riskily. Matti. With a bit of a shirt pulling, spotted by the referee. Still having to wait for support. There's only Zorc up there. It's Kögel back in defence. Bremer taking a crack on the ankle there from Frank Fagelsdorf. Corner then for Bayern Munich, taken by their substitute Ludwig Kögel. Headed away by Frank Milway back in his own penalty area. And Simmers, what a powerful man he is on the ball. And just stopped. The last minute, the ball breaking to Mill. This time it's Raducanu who's caught offside, but Daniel Simmers having a superb afternoon here in the Olympic Stadium. Kögel. Shut up by Stork. Stork signalling to the referee that Kögel took a dive. Mr. Gabor is of a different opinion. So it's a free kick to Bayern Munich. So less than 10 minutes left for play. The score still Bayern Munich 2, Borussia Dortmund 2. Ernest. Oh, and a good save again by De Beer. Well, this might only be Wolfgang De Beer's second league game in 4 years, but he's been playing like an old-timer. Ernest. Smell. Dortmund obviously looking to catch Bayern on the break. Daniel Zimmers. But Bayern Munich, I must say, playing the offside trap very well indeed. Perhaps Dortmund ought to move the ball just a little bit faster. Skorgel coming in from the right this time. Raducanu. Bayern still pressing forward, but some of the fire seems to have gone out of their game. This time it's Michel Zorc who scored offside, the man who grabbed that 70th minute equaliser. Luda looking for Ernest. But the big man at the back of that Dortmund defence looked pretty impressive. What a great run by Raducanu, superb! And this time Zimmers is onside. Chance for Dortmund. Clips it over. Well, Pfaff just put Zimmers under enough pressure to make him pull his shot wide of that left-hand post. But a great run by Raducanu. Zimmers coming up like a steam engine in support. Look at the pass from Raducanu. Not much in it, was there? But it's still 2-2 here in the Olympic Stadium. And the crowd, the 31,000, certainly had their money's worth. Chance! Ernest. Real end-to-end stuff here this afternoon. And that first chance, by the way, fell to Reinhold Matti. And Udo Lattek will obviously have a word or two to say to his team if the score stays as it is. Raducanu, beautiful dummy. He just couldn't get his shot in there. The tackle from Flugler, striking Raducanu right on his ankle. Raducanu's in a bit of pain there in midfield. Flugler. That was in the shot from Matthaus that was blocked. Frank Mills, space at the back for Dortmund. Mill decided to go on his own, losing it rather easily to Nakbai. It's Matti. Stepping round Lush very neatly indeed. But Bayern playing it much too close, trying to go through the middle. And it's very tight there at the back of that Dortmund defence. It's Skorgel. Was a bad foul from Flugler, and Raducanu manages to smile, but he was obviously a bit displeased about that. Raducanu, once again, former Romanian international. Skutowski. And Lush beaten by Bremer. Matthaus. That's a lovely ball inside to Matti. And Matti pushing it through the centre for Matthaus. Matthaus claiming he was pushed. Bernd Stoke, a picture of innocence. And Dirk Hooper, number 4 for Dortmund, the captain, marshalling his defence. 5 minutes of play left. Kürgel. Good wall. Well, Wolfhard got up to that, but no direction in his header. I mentioned at the start of our commentary today that Dortmund was so lucky to stay in the Bundesliga. The relegation playoff between the third from bottom in the Bundesliga and the third from top in the second division played on a home and away basis, and Dortmund lost the first match 2-0 to Fortuna Cologne. And they were just leading by 2-1, 10 seconds from the end of the second match before they scored their third goal. So Dortmund within 10 seconds of playing in the second division. Matthaus, great chance. Oh, that was a superb run by Lothar Matthaus. He sailed straight through the heart of the Dortmund defence. A despairing last-ditch attempt, and maybe the final tackle coming in from Hooper just took Matthaus' eye off the ball. But that was a great opportunity. Well, since we've had no stoppages for injury, just 3 minutes of play left. The score: Bayern Munich 2, Borussia Dortmund 2. Dortmund, as you'd expect, in no hurry at all to bring the ball back into play. Score from Bremen, by the way, who are Bayern's arch rivals and are expected to contest the title with them once again. A high-scoring match in Bremen. Bremen leading Nuremberg by 4-3 at the moment. Long ball from Bremen, looking for Kürgel. Bayern rather desperate now as Blugler tries a long-range shot. Two minutes of play remaining. Hagelsdorf to Mill. And Dortmund now, as the seconds tick away, content to hold the ball in their ranks. And the last minute substitution. I don't know what effect Reinhard Safdie thinks that will have. The player warming up, number 13, Ingo Anderbrugger. Raducanu, misunderstanding there with Zorc. Just over half a minute remaining. Could well be Bayern Munich's last chance to collect 2 points from this match after all. Well, that Udo Lattek really was hoping for a much better start from this. Of course, Kogel, he thought his side would collect quite a few goals against a Borussia Dortmund team that looked far from sure of itself last season. And it's all over. It's all over. Tremendous jubilation amongst the Dortmund players. Who would have thought that they would have taken a point here, but take a point. It's just what they have done. The score here in the Olympic Stadium, Bayern Munich 2, Borussia Dortmund 2. A great start for Bayern Munich. Volpaert scoring after just 30 seconds till Zimmers equalised with a brilliant goal.